Hi everyone, this is Dawn Olszewski and welcome to another episode of How'd She Do That? Today we're going to do this grad hat card and it's so cool. It opens like this. So it's kind of like a surprise card. Love it. My version is slightly different than this. I received this as a swap card from Pam Hoffman, so thank you, Pam. Okay, so we're going to do the scoring and the cutting in this section, and normally for this card it's basic black, but I think for demonstration purposes I'm going to try a lighter color and we're going to see how that goes on the camera here. This is 4 1/4 by 9 3/4 inch. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to score it at 5.5 inches. So I've already done that here. There we go. And then what you want to do next, you're going to put this folded edge into your cutter and find the 2 1/8 inch mark. And you're not going to score this whole line. All we want to do is find the 2 1/8 inch mark. And so look, I'm just rubbing it back and forth a little bit to create, actually I can do it a little bit more, to create a tick mark is what I call it. It's just marking. I did it at the other end here and you couldn't see that. It just marks it, and I don't know if you can see that line there. That's all I'm trying to get. So we're going to do that on the other side too. So 2 1/8, and then at the top again. And then you're going to open this up, and it has two distinct sides to it. One is longer than the other one, and you want to stick the shorter one back in, and once again at the 2 1/8 inch mark, do your little tick mark. Alright? So that is all we're doing, is finding where our little points are to make this hat shape. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to take those I'm going to take, this is one of them right here. I want to line that up so it matches where this cutting groove is. And then I'm going to shift my paper. Okay, I'm going to move it up a little bit so you can see all of this. And this is where the other one is way down at this end. Okay, see if I can get that in. There we go. And I'm going to shift that. It's right here. I'm going to shift it so it matches it as well. And that's how I'm going to get a diagonal line, because we want to get two diagonals going to form an X. So there's my first one. And then my second one, I'm actually going to start at the bottom here. Here's my mark right here. I'm going to hold it down. So the best way, tip on this is I like to find my first one, hold it, and then swing my other one over. And my other one is right here. It's hard to see on the screen, but it's right there. So now that's where I want it to be. And I do that. Yay. And there you go. See that X there? So you actually want a fold on those. Okay. There you go. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut from, remember that center point that I had you find? We're going to cut from there to this side and there to that side. So obviously I need my cutting blade for that, which is I have on here. So I know where the point is there, right there. And here's where you can see, I'm going to slide it over, and there is my 2 1/8 on that side. So I'm just going to do that quick here. Do both. Okay. I'm going to find this one here, slide it over, and do that. And there is our point. Yeah. So here's how you put it together, is you fold these into the center, and that's how you get that. Okay, so this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white cardstock, and I need to mark 2 inches here, here, and here on that to create that kind of chevron shape to match the inside of our card. Now I'm going to use this paper grid to do so I can know that the center, so I'm at 6 and 10 and the center is going to be 8. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to line it up on 10 inches here. because I know from 8 to 10 is my 2-inch mark, and with this nice long line I know it's 2 inches there and it's 2 inches here. So I put, now I'll come in and I will cut. So there's that mark on the top, and here's the one on the side. We'll do the diagonal cut just like we did before, and then here's the side one, and here is my point, and that's where I want to get that to. So there we go, a perfect one every time. Okay, so the card I received from Pam included a tassel, which is Darling. I just didn't have any embroidery thread. I'm going to use our Grosgrain Ribbon. I'm going to show you how to make a tassel out of that. This is our real red ribbon, and if you fold it in half, this is 8 inches. Fold it in half, and we're going to create an overhand knot, and you do that just by making a loop and then putting the folded end in through the loop. It's coming. There we go. And you want to pull that tight. You want to get your knot pretty close to the top. So here's what I am starting with. Alright. Then the next thing that you're going to do, you're going to notice that on our Grosgrain ribbon there is kind of these just little edges on the side of each of our tail here that we have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to come in and I hope you can see that. I'm going to just trim off just that tiny little edge there. And you want to go all the way to the top. I'm getting there. Alright. So once you do that, then these fibers are, you can pull them off. So I'm starting to slide them off, and there we go. Yay. And you just keep doing that. Isn't that cool? That's my local train. If I waited for the trains to stop, I would never get any videos done. So I just keep doing them, and you guys can hear the train in the back. So there we go. We just keep doing that until you run out of room, run out of the ability to pull any more threads off. And so you're going to have what looks like this little kind of fringy thing. And at this point, you'll cut that off and just snip it. Okay, and then you'll do the same thing to the other one. What we want to do is we want to put it on our card. So you want to, if you're going to add a layer here, which I did on my card like this, you want to make sure that you add the tassel beforehand. The tassel is going to go on the outside, and you're going to add this with a brad. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on my matte pack here and determine where the center is, roughly eyeball it, and then place my tassel there. And I'm going to use my paper piercer to go through all that and add a brad. This is one of the brads from the vintage collection. And there we go. And there, add that, and there. Isn't that nice? I love that. Oops, let's finish the fold. Very cute. So this is the inside of your card. You would put that on, and then of course remember that chevron we made? I did some stamping at the bottom, and there's our. Hope you enjoy that and visit me again.